Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of On the Other Line Canada. If you're out there, say hello. Let's get the introduction to the show started on this fine Tuesday evening. Mr. Scott Stewart, how are you? Zach Davis, hello, good evening. Good to see you. Hope everyone's having a great week. Colton, welcome to the show, buddy. Good to see you again. Kit, you want to talk about a guy catching a lot of big fish this week? Kit, I will gladly take your locations for nothing. So feel free to send those over. There's a whole bunch of slayers checking in tonight. Well, we actually have a great show lined up for you this evening with our co-host, Clayton P., who is one of our competitors for the 2021 Charity Fish-On, which we'll have more information on here a little bit later on the show. Greg Rice, Jesse, hello. Andrew, good to see you on here, buddy, checking it out. Talking about the Charity Fish-On, we've got some exciting news tonight. We're actually drawing names. And to show that it's not rigged, I have Marcy coming up to draw names, so we're going to put her on the spot. But let's get the show started. Kit, yes, let's go. I agree. Gladly blindfold me and take me to your spots. Your fishing spots, that is. Don't take that the wrong way. Scott Connolly, good evening. Happy to have you checking in, buddy, and I'm hoping we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Well, let's get him in here, and my proverbial third wheel, we're going to bring him in here as well. So, Clayton, welcome to the show.
What's going on, guys?
How are you this evening?
I'm doing pretty good. You?
Good. Are you still nervous?
Yep. But hey, what the hell, eh? Let's give her.
Now, I know it wasn't on 5 Questions With last night, but is it true? The rumor is that you were so nervous you started throwing up after the 5 Questions With. Is that true?
No, it's a myth.
That's a myth? Okay, well,
yeah.
That's just me stirring the pot again, I guess.
Yeah.
Mitch, I'm happy to have you help me co-host the co-host of the co-hosting of the show again this week, because I don't like to make you the third wheel. So I guess we maybe have to come up with a new title for you this week.
Yeah, no, it's always better if I get a better name every episode, because it just lifts my self-esteem, and, everybody needs a little bit of that these days.
Could that maybe be an additional side competition where we come up with a special name for you every week that you're on the show? Is that what you're requesting, or?
Not with half the characters that watch this show.
Yeah, we should put it in a hat. Put it in a hat.
Well, it's actually funny. Marcy found me what she called a gender-neutral draw bag. So maybe if there's people that have co-host nicknames for Mitch, feel free to fire them away. We'll take a list, and who knows? Maybe one of these episodes we'll be able to come up with just some random nicknames for you, and I don't know, get a shirt or a tattoo or.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, little room.
Yeah, I like it.
Right across the neck.
Yeah. Put a big strawberry shortcake right there.
Okay, well, hey, that sounds like. I mean, we could probably find some kind of a giveaway. Let's just do it for the month of May. Let's come up with a show nickname for Mitch, and we'll just narrow down the field. I don't even know what we have here that we can give away, but I don't know. Maybe it'll be like a name that tune for Mitch. Mitch needs a name for the show.
Name that Mitch.
Maybe we can figure something out, and I'll talk to a buddy. Maybe we can do it a charity thing, and maybe I'll just get some ink somewhere, just a little one. But if we do it for charity, hey, it's a good cause.
Why not, right? Some kind of a tagline or something. I don't know if the neck is like from a professional level the way to do it, but
we can put them here now.
Oh, okay.
Put it right here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I could make a bit of an inside joke that a few of us would get. Maybe we get you a nickname and a tongue ring. How do you feel about that?
No.
Oh, okay. Anybody that knows what we're talking about. He's here, and he knows I love him. I just like making fun of him. Ricky, hello. Luke, Dwayne Bennett, hello. Good evening. Barbie's on here, and I think she's on here to make sure that that you don't say anything that you maybe shouldn't say, Clayton? Is that why she's on here?
Supposed to watch my P's and Q's tonight, yeah.
Yeah, I know that's why Marcy keeps an eye on me, right? She
Not giving up the spots.
No giving up no spots. No.
Watch it.
Got to keep something, right?
Yeah.
You know what? Let's change it up here a bit, Clayton, because I mean, everyone, Mitch and Adam and I talked about this week. I get very tired of hearing myself talk, which some of my friends would actually be shocked to hear me say this. How does it work in your relationship? Do you guys have like a non-competition clause that if something were to ever happen, a legal contract saying that, hey, my spots are my spots, they're not shareable, you can't go back to them? I had this conversation with Marcy, and I made the joke that maybe she's just with me for my spots.
Did she laugh at you?
I mean, Barbie likes the spots, but Barbie also knows how to pick the hooks. So it's kind of a 50-50, right?
Okay, well, that's valid. So what you're saying is basically your spots are her spots and her spots are her spots as well.
And her hooks are my hooks. Everything comes in twos. I lose a lot. So I'm glad she's got.
I know how it works for Mitch and Aaron. Mitch doesn't even need to answer this because, in all honesty, we know that Aaron is the brains. So that's just, sorry, Mitch, no offense. I mean, I know how it works.
The thing she has to keep me for around because she can't find how to get back to the spots. That's the only reason she keeps me around, I think. Because once we found them, I remember them, but she doesn't remember how to get back.
Oh, so you haven't caught her pinning your locations like I've caught Marcy pinning locations?
Actually, no, she pinned Cold Lake this year.
Okay, well, I think considering how well we did in that spot, I can't say that I blame her. So,
erased the pins or what? I erased all my pins on Cold Lake too. I had a bad year.
Well, you guys fished it a lot this year, right, Clayton? Like, what was Cold Lake like for you this year?
I was only on there a couple times this year.
Couple times?
Yeah, marked lots of fish, but couldn't get them to take the hook. Couldn't get them to chase. Couldn't get them to do anything. I think presentations were too big this year, possibly. So next time I go, I'm going to try and downsize presentation.
How much of that do you think has to do with the pressure that's on the lake? Because, I mean, obviously we were there for the tournament this year, which was done really, really well. But just from a lot of the posts and activity I did see this year, it looks like Cold Lake got hit hard. And, I mean, it's a big lake, but obviously that maybe has a little bit to do with it as well, right?
I think all the lakes are pretty pressured this year. You know, COVID, a lot more people buying fishing licenses, a lot more people on the lakes, right? They're seeing the same stuff over and over and over again. Opening of walleye on Sylvan and Gull this year. I know Sylvan took kind of a beating this year, unfortunately, but who knows? How can you predict that, right? But I think definitely a lot more pressure on the lakes.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing it on the Bow River last night. Anyone that has me on Facebook probably wasn't sure about the joke I was making. They thought it was about Dino. We were fishing a spot for 3 hours, and there's a guy fishing not even 20 feet from me. No respect whatsoever. Like, I understand that you can fish wherever you want, but when it comes to the pressure, there are people everywhere. So maybe that has something to do with that. I don't really know what the answer is.
I've been trying to stick to smaller streams this year, basically, and I've been successful doing so. I think it's less pressure. The fish see less gear.
Mm-hmm.
So it worked in my favor this year. That's for sure.
Yep. Well, we have some guys on here saying hi to you as well. Kyle Stevens, awesome show last week. I don't know anyone that saw it. I mean, first, and while Rickles was there as well, second, Trout caught live on the show. That was pretty cool. Who else do we have on here? We have Mr. Labradilla is on here. Says hello, Clayton.
Hey,
Jason Huntley, Joel, Lazy R Streamers, Broden. Happy to have you back on the show this week as well. And Mr. Christopher James Ray. You probably haven't heard of that guy, right?
Oh no.
No.
I know what's up.
Yeah,
Part of that, our dark water crew.
it's funny because a lot of people would expect that with the amount of people that love fishing, it's actually a pretty small community, isn't it?
It is a very tight knit community. We keep it very tight, very small, with our little group. I do like reaching out. Like I reach out to lots of people. I'll fish with anybody. I'm not, I don't try and pick fights. I don't want to be involved in any of the little stuff, the things, the fish snob kind of stuff. I'm not into that stuff. I'm into hanging out with everybody and anybody. And if somebody wants to come hang out, let's do her up. I'm totally down for learning and showing. Trades is always good.
And barbecue.
What's that, Mitch?
First time I met Clayton, I was coming off the lake and he was barbecuing up a storm and as I was leaving the lake.
Yeah, and you had a hot dog.
Yeah, it was
We
delicious.
made you have a hot dog, eh?
Yeah, I was very happy.
Yeah.
Stove just going. Eh?
Spot.
Yeah.
Actually, I hadn't officially met Clayton and Barbie, but we kind of crossed paths about, oh man, what was that? I think anyone that's on here would probably know, or maybe Clayton would even remember, which would have been the Fishing Buddies meet up at Wabaman. I don't think Mitch was there. Were you, Mitch?
No.
Would have been like probably 4 years ago?
Yeah.
Could be.
It was a long time ago. We're old. It's okay. We don't have to remember that far back.
Yeah. I haven't fished Wob in a long time. Is it still fishing that lake or what?
I've heard you can catch upwards of 300 an hour. There are people that are capable of catching 300 walleye an hour there. I've never personally fished it, but I do hear it fishes very well.
Yeah, it does.
Mitch?
That's your walleye.
Yeah, no, I've never been. Once me and Aaron started that way, but then I think we forgot the auger when we were living in Edmonton about 9 years ago. So we just we called her that day and never went back. There's too many professional fishermen on that lake, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's borderline a tournament trophy lake, from my understanding, which is probably why I don't fish it a lot. So I don't think I could handle catching that many fish in an hour. It would kind of ruin it for me, right? I prefer the cold streaks.
Yeah. I'll take a little more grinding. Sometimes you just can't catch that many fish, and it just gets tedious after a while.
Yeah. I've actually been seeing something a lot lately, and I'd be interested in your guys' opinion on this. I would rather fish with the opportunity of catching something big versus catching a ton of small fish. What do you guys think about that? Clayton, you start with you.
No, I 100% agree. I go to lakes I put in this year on one particular lake, must be at least, I don't know, what do you say, Barbie? At least 90 hours, I'd say.
Nice.
Probably more than that. Yeah, probably more than that. Just being generous. For a Laker that I didn't get. Another year goes by with a Laker from that lake. But hey, I caught some pike.
We should hit it up opener.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm up.
Yeah,
that's the plan for me anyways. I want to get out there on the opener and probably be out there on the weekend too for it.
Yeah, no, my dad used to fish it a lot, and he always catch them first couple days, he said.
Yeah, that's when they say to get on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, before the pressure's all on there.
Well, it sounds like that could maybe pay off pretty quick if you guys are talking about hitting something like that at the opener this year then.
Yeah, it should pay off, I'm hoping. I've got a couple other places on other opener dates to hit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
What species species are you planning to target for your opening day? Have you guys formulated a game plan and you know what you're going after?
For opener, which day?
The 15th is the one I'm looking forward to.
I'm going for browns.
Browns?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna go try for big ones. Yeah, see if they're there or if I can find them.
Now, I know she's close to you, and she had a pretty awesome picture, and I'm wondering, Are you really that interested in going for browns after the picture of the brown that you posted last fall?
Right? Which one? This one?
Yeah, something like that. Now,
Yeah.
Mitch and I did double check the angle of your elbows, and we did determine it's not a hard push. So how big of a fish was that?
That was 31.5 inch.
31 and a half?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna pull the Mari line on there and be like, we determined that was a lie.
No, she Barbie measured it for me.
Let me just open the envelope and determine if that was your fish.
Yeah.
Okay, it's here.
That was a beautiful fish. That thing was a hog. You put your time
Barbie
in
was on the other side of the lake. She heard me screaming. I'm like, Barbie, Barbie.
What kind of an experience was it to catch a fish like that on a kayak setup?
I was shaking. It was crazy. He was pulling me around. I don't remember a whole bunch about the fight. But yeah, got it close. It took, ran about 4 or 5 times, good runs. And I got him close to the boat and I put him in the net and I barely got him in the net. He stretched my net out, right north to south and ripped the net in a couple spots. And yeah, it was pretty exciting. I never shook like that before. Well, I guess when I caught my first big white out of pigeon, I was kind of like that too. I never meant to name drop, but oops.
I mean, it wasn't that big, but I mean, what do I know? We've talked about how you and I have talked about how I have not caught a white through the ice. I was supposed to do it this winter, didn't happen. So you're top of the list next year. Once the ice can carry this wide load, then we'll have to definitely hit the whitefish.
I've had some good teachers along the way, that's for sure. It's been it's a grind. It's 100% a grind.
Yeah, I think the thing I love the most is, and we might as well bring this topic up now because we never even got to our first topic, which is really talking about your passion for fishing it and where you got it. Where did it all start for you, Clayton?
Me? Well, way back in the day, I used to do a lot of camping with my folks, and we went out with 2 or 3 other groups of adults with kids my age, and that's kind of what we did. We would go hit up, Northern Lakes, Bonnyville area. That's where I'm from, is Bonnyville, Alberta. So local lakes around there, and we used to get in the canoe and we'd we'd fish all day, right? Parents would go and do their thing. We'd hop in the canoe, we'd go find some reeds and go catch some pike in front of the reeds. And, if we weren't fishing, we were on the 3-wheelers, quadding around, Tucker Lake was a good one for quadding around. We'd always be up and around there. And, a lot of stuff's changed around there, but used to be great. Then I let it go for a while, I guess, got to be a teenager and didn't want to do that stuff anymore. And, rebelling. And we moved to town and from the farm, and my parents separated when I was about mid-teens. So I went to town and just kind of got the town life, and I lost all my old roots. It took a while before I found my roots, but I got my roots back now. Me and Barbie, we got into it through her nephew, and basically Barbie's family kind of got me back into it. They're outdoorsmen. They do a lot of hunting, goose hunting, deer hunting. They put draws in for moose and elk every year. We went out, fished for some perch, and we got some perch, and we did some piking and got some pike. And before you know it, we were buying an auger and a tent, and then we started buying fly rods, and then it just kind of snowballed from there. And now we're it's summertime and, want to be out right now.
There's something to be said about having a strong relationship with your partner when they enjoy the same hobby that you do. My excuse for it is that now I need at least 10 of everything where I only needed 5 of everything before. So you have that going for you. And I'm really happy to see that you broke the habit of crocheting. I know that was your hobby before Barbie introduced you to fishing again. So just really happy to see you on track there.
Yeah, making slippers.
Oh, slippers. Okay.
Nets, yeah.
To go with my hat.
What's that, Mitch?
To go with my hats. What kind of a package deal? We have the same website.
Yeah.
Now we just need someone to do pants and shirts.
Nice.
You have to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, gotta start slow, right?
Yep. Why not?
Yeah, 100%.
Do you guys tie a lot of your own gear at all, or what are you finding you're using a lot right now for open water season as far as tackle or anything like that?
I've been just basically spin casting right now. I find that the fish are going for bigger baits right now. They usually tend to in the springtime. Spring and fall, bigger baits. In the summertime, I'll throw out, some condiments and stuff. Condiment season's coming. Mid-May, June, when it kind of all starts for that, right? So right now I've been just throwing wraps and tubes, more or less.
Yep. Mitch, what about you? Have you been doing anything different the last couple weeks? I mean, I know you haven't been getting out. You've been baiting for bear, but...
Yeah, we've been baiting a lot. I've been trying to get out, but when we go, we got the dogs, so they like to play in the water more than they want us to fish. So it's not very productive. But literally this time of year, I'll throw streamers or like some live target trouts.
Yeah.
And just, like right now, it seems like the rainbow trout are a little sluggish, but you get into those browns and taggers and stuff, they're quite a bit more aggressive.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, just pound the banks, bring it back.
Yeah, 2 feet away, draw them in, right? Yeah. The rainbows will start up pretty soon, though. I think the rainbows, in the lakes that I fish and the streams I fish, they'll start up, like I said, middle of May, June, when the temperatures start getting up a little bit, and they'll start, when the bugs start coming out, they'll be hitting.
As soon as that lake turns over, those lakes turn over, your bite gets so much more active, and that's just when those rainbows and everything will get more aggressive.
Yeah, water temperature is still cool in the main part of lakes. If you're in a little finger off the main part of the lake, the water temperature could be up by 4 degrees or so, right? So, big difference if you're in a channel or if you're in the main section of the lake, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Right. So, yeah.
The oxygen levels they're just recovering from the oxygen levels being so low for the end of the winter. So,
yeah, 100%.
That turnover, then everything, vegetation starts going, then they get more oxygen, and that's just your turmoil for certain species.
Yeah, 100%. The weeds down right now, though. It's nice to get to certain spots, right?
Yeah.
I know even the river's changing quite a bit right now. We haven't done a lot of lake fishing. It's been mostly the bow. Noticed a huge change, probably just even in the last few days on the river and how things are fishing. It has been a lot of deeper stuff, but up until even last night, there was a lot more top water, especially with the fresh hatch and stuff out, which was pretty cool to see.
Yeah. I've seen the rainbow starting to rise for some of the hatch there. One of the lakes I was at on the weekend. Starting to come around. They are hitting combos. They are a little slower, but they're hitting 1.5 foot. They're hitting merges right now, right?
Yeah. Now, Clayton, you were saying so typically you won't really get into flies a whole lot until like the middle of May, kind of some point in there. Your focus right now is just spin cast.
Spin cast, spin cast, spin cast. Yeah. Spin to win.
Spin to win. Mitch is kind of giving me one of these, which means that maybe he's on a little bit of a different level. Mitch, or are you kind of dabbling a little bit earlier? Or?
I'll throw streamers and I'll throw spin gear. I bring them both. Like, if you got 2 rods, you got 2 things to choose from. So I always like to have more rods than not set up with different things. And I like to just change it up. If I do a section where I know there's supposed to be something there, I'll go back through with something else.
Yeah. And I have been doing that on the rivers this year. I did take my fly out only one day only my fly one day, and unfortunately I wasn't very successful. But my wife was.
I haven't broken my fly rod out. It's sitting there, but
yeah, that's the way it goes.
No, like right now it's streamers, like you're gonna get the browns and taggers and stuff are so much more aggressive right now.
Yeah.
But the rainbows are a little sluggish, but hey, it's gonna change soon.
Yeah. I found the when we were hitting tigers, we were hitting about 8 feet deep is where we found them.
Yeah.
I get it down.
I know where you were, and I like
I
that.
know you know where I
I
was.
like that 8 to 10, and you just roll along there and just pound.
Yeah. Once you find a sweet spot, right?
They're very dominant, just like brown trout. So they have their territories, right? So they're going to hold into those areas, same as brown trouts in the rivers. You're always going to have those spots, and they're extremely dominant. A big brown trout's going to run off a big pike. Like, they're mean.
Oh, yeah.
Mitch, I'm so happy you bring this up right now because Marcy has been calling BS. Okay? I'm not supposed to talk about this, but she lost a massive brown trout here about a week and a half ago. We've been back once, but I've told her that fish is not leaving that spot. It's just a matter of time. You're going to hook that fish, and it's going to be probably the largest brown you will ever catch on the bow.
Yeah.
They will stay there, right?
I have found, though, in the spring, like when certain river opens up on the 15th, that the browns will be moving to their summer holes out of their winter holes still, just depending on like how the spring went. Because there was this one brown that I hit, like, I don't know. I messed up on him once. Then the next time I went back, I lost him again. Then after that, he was pushed out just because of water levels. And I think he moved into his summer area.
Yep.
He was kind of just passing through from the wintering hole where he was sitting. And that was just kind of a nice, easy spot to sit while he is moving up into the different hole.
Right.
Yeah. And I agree. I think the fish do move. You know, they have quite a range of area that they stay, even, you know, day to day, right? My wife's caught a fish, actually a couple fish that other people have caught, and they've been up to 10 clicks away. All depends on the season, right? Her brown trout that she caught that was missing a gill plate. My buddy who took us on the river, he caught it, in the spring, and it was almost 5 kilometers away from where she caught it.
Well, that's a big radius.
She caught it downstream from her. So.
And
bull trout, same thing.
Once they go from their wintering holes, then to where they're going to spawn in a total different area. So usually summer they're going to hold up in that one area.
Yep.
But once that fall comes, they're going to go to their spawning areas, because usually brown trout are sitting in usually like 1.5 feet of water when they go into spawning into their red. And it's going to be a mild current. And that's where they're going to set up for that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the only reason I bring that up is because I can remember my personal best brown trout, when I caught it, which was 28.5. I saw it 2 weeks before in the exact same spot where I caught it the 2 weeks later. It did not move. And I left him alone for 2 weeks to make sure that he could calm down. And and that was fall. They, like you said, Mitch, they were hanging out relatively shallow water, no interest in really moving anywhere whatsoever. So I'm confident that fish is still going to be there for Marcy when he's ready. She will get him.
Oh, yeah, she will.
Usually later in September they'll move up for their spawning areas. Like the one river I fish and talk to the COs, they all spawn up this one infill from a different creek. So they'll stage in the different holes as they're going up. And I've caught a lot of big ones going up into there. But once you get into that later area, they go up into those smaller streams to spawn.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
How much time are you guys spending right now hunting for good fishing spots over actually fishing them?
Clayton,
I'm just fishing everything right now. I got some spots that I want to hit though. Definitely looking forward to getting onto a couple big fish this year. I got some things planned out. Some new adventures. This winter, I don't think I hit the same spot more than say twice. We had a big variety of different areas that we picked this year, and it's about the adventure, right? I enjoy it. Putting in a 12-hour day that's just the norm, right? That's wake up at 4:30 in the morning and you get home at 6:30, 7:30.
Yeah.
Those are the days, right? And that's what it's about. This summer, I got some hiking adventures planned. I got planning on doing 24-kilometer one-way hike.
I'm out.
Come on, let's go.
Mitch is in. I'm out. He can have my spot. Thanks for the invite, but I'm out.
I talked to Mitch about it already.
What's that, Mitch?
I was already invited, I think, to that one.
I think you were. Yeah, I invited you.
Oh, did I just become the self-invite guy?
Yeah, hacker. It doesn't matter. I don't know if you'll be able to. Would have to get you a bigger raft to get across. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, Mitch, I want to disagree with you, but you know better than anybody. I mean, you've told me I'm the only guy that's ever gotten on your boat where I had to stand dead center just so you could be able to, maneuver without taking on water. So if you're telling me it's going to be one of those trips, then if anybody knows me, it's you.
It would get extremely interesting, but you could probably just wade across and be fine. But
how deep are we talking as far as wading? Like ankle high?
Not a clue.
Okay.
It's going to be an adventure.
Well, it would appear as though I've just picked up a show nickname. Marcy's just called me the third wheel. So I've gone from show host to self-inviting third wheel. So I guess everything's changing around here, right? Yeah, Tash is saying Todd doesn't wade. I will have to share the clip maybe at some point. Yeah, Adam's on here too, making fun of me. It's okay. The show we were on, where I waded. Anyone that's seen it knows how I deal with water. I'm scared. I can't swim, and I am scared of water. So, explain that one to me. It's probably just as weird as the guy that's scared of heights gets into roofing. There's something wrong up here. So, yeah, everyone's agreeing. I'm not a fan of wading. So, you guys go ahead and do that trip without me. I'll allow it.
Yeah, well, you're gonna miss out.
Yeah,
worth it.
I've been punching out those dinghies, the ones they used on that thing. So
yeah, I'm not getting one of those.
It's not that bad of a price. And then my buddy that wants to come too, the guy used to guide there. So
oh yeah, cool.
He really wants to go because he loves that.
Yeah, and I got another fella who's 100% in too with me. So, a 4-man crew would be pretty good to do it with.
Oh, yeah.
But I think I'm going to get a decent pack raft. I'm going to get something that I can use on those high mountain elevation lakes, and everybody's standing on the shore banks. I'll be in the middle, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. He knows all the spots. Like, he's fished it for a few years before. Now he's up north doing Lakers and stuff. So, but
yeah, perfect.
He's super excited.
Well, tell him to come on up.
Mitch, Aaron says that she's going and you're staying home to clean the house. So I guess you're uninvited. Aaron is in. It looks like you and I will be staying home, and Marcy and Aaron will be going with Clayton and Barbie. So
Barbie says she's not going.
Oh, she's out. Okay, she's out.
Like that. No.
Me and Aaron already talked about it, and she's coming. She's
coming.
Yeah, she'll do it. Right on. Everybody I talk to basically says I'm crazy. I don't know.
I don't think it's that bad. You just got to wing it.
Just got to wing it, man. Yeah.
I already know what Marcy will say to this is that if it's in bear country, she's probably out. I unfortunately have ruined it for her because her first experience was us getting run out of a lake by a grizzly bear about a year and a half ago. So if it's bear related, she's probably out as well. So
probably then. She's probably out. We'll send pictures. We'll send pictures.
Clayton, you were talking about looking at like a pack raft of some kind. Did you have something in mind for that? Like, it sounds like you've been doing a little bit of research on something like that.
Yeah, I've been checking out a couple. I'm looking at the Alpaca brand right now. It's a Canadian-made pack raft. I believe it's called the Scout. So it's their lightest of their series. I think it weighs 2.7 pounds or 2.73 pounds. Yeah, and it actually you can watch videos on it. They actually tested on it goes up to class 3 rapids, even though it's not designed for it. It's more of a lake style boat. But you get one of those, and you can get a piece of part paddle. You can get a kayak paddle for that weighs about 1.5 pounds. So you're going up 5 pounds, added weight to your bag. If you're day tripping or you going up for 2-3 days, I don't think you would be. Well, I wouldn't be going up. I know my 3-day pack's about 38 pounds. And that's with a 8 cup of Gatorades and a liter of water on me. So 43 pounds, I'd be good to go.
And you only weigh 85 pounds soaking wet. Is that correct what they say about you? Or
I'm 175-ish.
Oh, that's cool. That was me when I was 5. But hey, good for you.
The concrete world. Concrete keeps you in shape.
I saw Mitch's eyes light up when you were telling some of the specs about just the pack weight for this raft. That's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah. There's another brand called Cockapelli. They're a little bit more weight-wise. They're about 5 to 7 pounds. They have the Rogue Light, which is their version of lake raft. I think it's about 5 pounds. So they're made out of a little bit heavier quality material, but I don't know. It's all about packing light, right? For what I want to do, anyways.
You're way lighter than my sheet pack, so that's why my eyes lit up.
Is that including my weight?
Oh man! The first time I went up, we went up to Allstones. I caught my personal best brook trout there, actually.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was young, not very smart. We weren't very smart. We brought cast iron pans and like steaks and eggs and everything, and then a case of beer and whatnot. And then we had our belly boats on top of that. And then our packs are like 100 something, I think.
Oh wow.
But that was our first time up, and we almost didn't make it up that first day.
That's like a 3-hour hike without all that gear.
Oh man, it was worthless. But now that I've been sheep hunting a little more, doing more backcountry hunting, we got our packs a lot lighter, but we're still around 50 pounds.
Yeah, it's I run a 48-liter bag. That's what I got. I got the Osprey Kessler, I believe that's what it's called. It's a small bag, but the material that's made of it stretches right out. I had more stuff. The other two fellas I went up with when we went for Goldens, I had more stuff in my bag than they had in their bags, and I was, 8 pounds lighter than them.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's costs you a little bit more to go light, right? Like when you start cutting ounces, you're paying a little bit more, but if you're going to be utilizing and using it, as much as I do, I know I've got 4 hikes planned for this year. So, that to me it's worth it.
Do you find that you have to pack and repack multiple times to really get the right setup for these applications, Clayton?
Yeah, I think it's about how you distribute your weight for sure. You definitely want all your heavy stuff at the bottom. You want your lighter stuff up top. Things that are hanging off your bag, you want to make sure that they're, secure, so they're not knocking you off your balance, because, you do these hikes, you want everything to be tight to your body. You want everything to be snug. Just taking a wrong step or stepping on a loose rock or on a flat, wet rock that has a little bit of moss on it, any bad step or something to throw you off. It could be, sending you down and through a bunch of pokers, 30 feet down a cliff, right? Or a steep embankment, right?
Yeah, hiking sticks are a must.
Yes.
They will you put so much weight onto those. They will, I got bad knees, but you run those and they make such a difference. Just
downhill especially, eh?
Oh, downhill. Uphill anywhere, even in the flats. Like we go mule deer hunting down in the south, we put on 30K in a day.
Yeah, I think keeping your arms moving help with your traps from getting numb too, from your bag.
Yeah, no, they're lifesavers. You always need sticks.
Yeah, most definitely need sticks. It's a must. I want to do it without a stick. even one stick.
Yeah.
See, I'm very fortunate. The amount of hiking I've had to do, one instance I can think of in particular with Adam last winter, Adam packed all my stuff. So I feel like I packed it right.
Good job, Adam.
Adam is a machine. If anyone's ever fished with Adam, that kid will go up a mountain, down a mountain to get your stuff, and firemen pack you back up that mountain just to get it done. I don't think I've seen anyone quite like it. So maybe I can get Adam to pack me in on a trip like this, and then I don't have to worry about anything. I can just coast straight through, right?
Yeah, maybe he can just carry you on his back across the river.
Right? Make a little drag skid for him.
He'll just throw you like, and he'll just be like, "Come on, Todd."
So I'll pack water wings. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. You might need a belly wrap just to keep everybody afloat.
Yeah.
Anything's possible. Well, we're winding down in the show, and I know she's watching. So, Marcy, if you want to slowly make your way up here, Clayton, you're going to be one of the competitors in the fish on. How excited are you about that?
I'm pretty excited. It's going to be awesome. I think it's good to do something for our local communities. I know a lot of the members or a lot of the competitors are going for Youth Can Fish too. I think that's great. I know a few years back when I was living in Calgary, I used to be part of the Boys and Girls Club, Walleye Unlimited. We put on a lot of events and stuff for them. We take the children out to, Crawling Valley and stuff, and we bring a bunch of boats out and get a bunch of people to come out and take a couple youths with them, right? So, yeah, we do minnow races. We'd have the minnow races there at the Boatsman's Show or the Outdoorsman's Show, and that was cool. Everybody would bet on their minnow, and we'd pull the gate traps, and the first minnow to the other end would get, a rod or whatever, and it was all donated, right? So, yeah, it was good.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the number one thing out of all of this, and I mean, there are a lot of competitions out there that are for charity, but it's exactly that, right? It is for the charity, whether it's for your charity, Mad Canada, whether it's for Adam's charity, the Royal Canadian Legion or CalCalm. There's so many charities out there. And I think really, if anyone has the opportunity to give back to a charity, why not do it, right? You mentioned Youth Can Fish too. I'm a significant part of that charity, and I try to spend a lot of time in helping to fundraise. For anyone that hasn't noticed, the auction is up for Youth Can Fish too. If you don't bid on it, I have to bid on it, and it's all in my closet. And this girl does not want another closet full of fishing gear. Trust me. It's going to be one of those things where it's just a matter of time before she starts out fishing me, and I am in big trouble because I will have all the gear and no talent. Marcy's the talent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually unhook the headphones so Marcy can join in. Why don't you guys converse for a second? We're going to get set up to officially draw the names for the competitors of the 2021 Charity Fish On. I'm going to get rid of these things.
Clayton, you have been slaying lately.
I've been doing it, I guess.
Every time I look at Facebook, you have another location, another different group of fish. You've just been destroying it.
Yeah, I just putting boots on the ground, right? That's what I do. I work Monday to Friday so I can put Saturday and Sunday in, right? Like I said, I never like hitting the same spot twice. I like variety. I like the spice in the life, like it's different things, right? Sometimes you get some, sometimes you don't. Met a bunch of new people this year through fishing and stuff. So was able to share, spots amongst each other and got some nice fish because of it, right? So brought others and showed them stuff and put them on nice fish as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, my wife's been slaying too.
She has been slaying. We've noticed. You've been.
That's why I not taking notes so much. He always beats me.
Yeah, she totally was.
It's coming.
Yeah, hi Marcy. Hey.
How upset do you get when Barbie outfishes you, Clayton?
I don't get upset. I just go and ask her what she's using.
I hear her laughing in the background.
Yeah, the lip hangs once in a while, right? You know how it is.
All right, Clayton, you mentioned it last night. I hope you guys can hear me all right. I can kind of hear you. Marcy, talk. She's too nervous to talk. You guys can hear me all right?
Yeah, buddy.
I can't hear Marcy.
Yeah. Hey, Marcy, I can't hear you.
Marcy? Marcy.
Hi.
Oh, I heard her.
She's
heard
here,
it,
but she's
yeah.
nervous.
There.
She actually forgot. I reminded her last night that I said, hey, do you remember what you said you wanted to do for the show? And she's like, what? I said, you're going to draw names. It did cost me $150.
What did you get?
What's that?
What did you get?
She would come on the show. So it cost me $150 and 18 dome crafts. That's right. Marcy's new record. She lost $385 worth of tackle last night. That's not including my markup. So we officially call that the donor hole.
The donor hole.
We call it the donor hole.
Must have some
with
of that
the
mesh
D.
on the banks.
When I first called the hole that, she says, the boner hole? Why would you call it the boner hole? I said, no, it's the donor hole.
Well, that just seems weird. That I don't know. Yeah, I'm not getting into it.
Yeah, okay.
I've lost more repellers on that river first cast. Like bind that hook and just for going out there and first cast gone.
Yes.
Right?
And I've explained that to Marcy as well, that the Boa River, you will lose a lot of gear and a lot of product before you really start to get the hang of it. So,
Yeah.
how do you keep your head up?
But on a good note, I found a decent place to buy repellers for a good price. Caroline Supply actually has a good price on the repellers.
I love
$15.
Caroline Supply. They have a ton of
Wow.
amazing stuff.
That's always a stop, no matter what.
That's
Even
always a
if you don't
stop.
need anything, if you don't need anything, you're still walking through that place.
Yeah.
Like,
Anyone
it's
that's
like,
been through
oh,
Caroline needs to stop there. I mean, hey, if someone knows who runs that place, we'll do a show from there. That place
Right?
is amazing.
That
I try to
place
go in
is the
without my
best.
wallet.
oh yeah,
that place is the
like,
best.
it's like I'm going to Caroline. That's where I stop. Then I'll get gas.
Right? First things first.
So, Mitch, do you hit the snack aisle before the tackle aisle or the tackle aisle before the snack aisle?
Well, they have it set up good, so you go straight to the tackle aisle. Then you go by the guns and stuff. Then you make your way to the to the snacks. So as you're leaving, you get your snacks and everything else you got.
Full circle, right? Jared is just saying that he was there today.
Good, eh? That's all you need.
Marcy hasn't been yet, so that'll be one of our next trips. We got a lot of people agreeing. So, hey, if anyone from the Caroline store is on here, we'll come out and do a show, man. Your guys' place is awesome. Go out there and support your local business.
100%. And don't forget to stop at the Burger Baron for a pizza burger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, the what? Can you send me pins? Did you say pizza burger?
Yeah, the Burger Baron.
Or
You gotta try
donut.
them.
They make a hell of a pizza there too, though.
All right, Marcy and I will be there this weekend to eat pizza burgers. We were in
Good.
Water Valley last weekend. If you want to stop in Water Valley, amazing food out there at the saloon too.
Cool. Good to know. Good to
Yep.
know.
Okay, let's get to drawing. So Adam Turnbull and Greg Rice, we already know they called each other out. They've been smack talking that whole north-south. Clayton, if you were a betting man, Greg Rice or Adam Turnbull for biggest sturgeon?
Well, I already piped up once about this, so I guess I might as well just say it. I got to go with the hometown boy. That's
Yep,
Bonnieville, Alberta. I'm just going to go north. Going to go with north.
yep. Cue Ball Rice, that's his nickname for the competition, I
Cue Ball
think.
Rice?
We haven't voted on it, but Cue Ball or Man with a Donkey,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nothing against
Right.
Adam. Just got to go with the hometown guy, right?
Absolutely. Okay, this is our draw bucket. Hand selected. Marcy, is it empty? I had someone tell me that this competition's rigged. It's not. Okay, Tash. I call her Tash. You can call her whatever you want. We all have nicknames for each other. Bobby, I'll put the bag here so everyone sees it. Bobby from Rod Labs. By the way, Bobby's going to be building that custom rod for us that we're going to raffle off pretty soon. Like I say, the Use Can Fish charity auction is up. If you need the info, send it. Clayton, How do you pronounce it? Have I been doing it right?
Let's hear it.
Procinski?
Yeah,
Procinski.
Procinski, yeah.
Okay, so it's not Ch, it's just like
Yeah.
it should be.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Like it's
Clayton.
spelled.
Okay, Clayton P. Clayton P, you're in the draw barrel, bud. We got everyone. Tash. Adam's calling Tash out. I think he's threatened. Mr. Jason Huntley of the Huntley Experience, you're in the bag. They're still in there, right? Kyle Kelm, you're going in the bag, my friend. If I missed anyone, it's definitely rigged. I see a name already tucked over there. Paisley. Now, Clayton, you said last night that you're worried that Paisley is your number one competitor.
Yeah.
We're mixing her in with your name.
You got a good guide. What can I say?
I feel like she's the talent, and he's just. We don't know what Scott's there for, but maybe driving the boat.
Right. Drive the boat. Yeah.
Yeah, she needs a chauffeur.
Yes. I know. I think you can drive in Manitoba from 2 years old and up, if I'm correct. I could be wrong. I don't know.
No, yeah, stick with law.
Yep. Diane Hunter. Diane, I thought I saw Diane. Maybe I saw her on my Facebook. She's not in here. I'm not sure. If you are Diane, say hello. Scott saying ouch. And Luke Sadler.
Scott.
Luke, you're going in the bag. No, I don't know. Do we shake this so many times? How do we let her draw, guys?
Yeah, you gotta shake it a little.
Yeah, gotta shake it.
Because they're kind of wide, so you probably gotta do one of these.
There
Yeah, that's the one. That's
You didn't
the
hear
one.
what Marcy said, did you?
No.
Said you shouldn't have printed them so big.
Yeah.
I'm old, man. I have to be able to see. Oh, uniform sizes. That's
No.
what went wrong.
Put
Mitch,
your
you
hand
gonna tiger
in.
up?
Put your hand in and just give it a shuffle too. Because
There
they're
you
so
go.
big.
But then it might be
so
rigged,
old.
right?
Well, since you're so old, you might as well give it a shuffle. So because they're probably not shifting very good.
Bobby's saying crunch into balls. Is that a good
Yeah,
idea?
crunch with the balls. That sounds like a good idea.
So start over. You're telling me to start over.
Do it. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see it work.
Awesome. We just lost 5 people watching. Okay. Crumpling. Was anyone a professional spitball? Oh, Clayton, there's yours.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah. The biggest piece of paper in there.
Well, you know what the good thing is my hands are getting worse as I get older. All this crumpling has suddenly given me a reason not to give a massage tonight. So thanks, guys. This is probably the best idea that's ever happened. And she's been grounded because she ate half my cinnamon bun. We're still feuding.
Ooh,
You
ouch.
should probably get some of that Tylenol arthritis medication.
Yes, something along those lines. You'll be tying my hook soon enough. Okay, so Greg and Adam, we already know we're going for sturgeon.
Why have I been tying your hooks already then?
Our little secret. You've been tying all my pike storm lures from last week. Hey, Marcy, draw your first name. Tash, you're drawing first. Now, are we taking bets on who's going to get drawn next? Okay. $5 to my charity, Youths Can Fish Too, says that the name that's drawn out of here is Clayton Procinski. Clayton P.
There you go.
I'm sorry, man. That's why they give me 2 4-letter names.
So true. Oh, you're wrong.
I'm wrong. I owe my charity $5. Tash, you will be competing against Mr. Kyle Kelm in week 1 of the charity fish on.
Should be a good one.
Adam, your hands are getting bad. You're 800 years old. Luke? All right, Luke, week number 1, we're going to find out who your competitor is. See how good she draws names? But she doesn't talk. She has to announce the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey.
Ooh.
Clayton and Luke will be competing in week 1. Paisley Connolly. There I am talking again. Marcy, you're supposed to say the name. Who is Paisley competing against?
Ooh,
Bobby.
Poor Bobby.
Oh, Bobby.
Which leaves the last two. Who is it?
Jason Huntley.
I didn't hear you.
Can they hear
Speak
me?
louder.
With Diane Hunter.
Awesome. We got Jason
Oh.
Huntley and Diane Hunter will be competing. We have Clayton P. and Luke Sadler, Mr. Bobby Ziegler and Paisley Connolly, and Kyle Kelm and Tash Eaglesham. And then, of course, we have Greg Rice and Adam Turnbull, who will be competing for Sturgeon. For a lot of people that have been asking, so we do have our own group for the competitors. The format we've decided on is week 1. Between these competitors, we'll have them on the show over the next few weeks. The competitors are going to decide on what species they would like to target because we don't want them to have to go out of their way to compete. After week 1, we will have 5 competitors left. Mitch, why don't you tell everyone what we're doing for week 2 to get it down to 4 competitors?
We're going into walleye area.
Oh, no.
Because a lot of these guys don't like walleye. These are all guys that love hitting the streams. Majority of them like hitting the streams. Like, there's a couple of them that like their walleye, but there's a lot that don't. So you might as well throw it in the mix.
Sorry, she felt grooming me, Mitch. It's okay. Don't worry.
Don't worry. If you need help, just do hand signals like this, I think. If this
Like this?
If you're getting abused or something.
Oh, no, you already know that comes in the show wrap-up, which is supposed to be offline, which we'll make sure is offline.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
It's because I'm sweating. Look, that's why, right there.
We see it in the after show. I'll talk about now. If you're like, you needed assistance right now.
Thank you, Fish Whip. Woo! So, yeah, as Mitch was saying, week 2 will be 5 competitors. We'll narrow that down to 4 with the largest walleye for that week. So it will be an open competition. Week 3, we'll go back to head-to-head like what we've drawn here for. Marcy will draw for the final 4. And then the final week, we haven't figured out the championship round yet, but there's a good chance that it's going to be combined for 3 species is what we're kind of working towards. Again, the winner of the competition gets $1,000 for their charity. Clayton, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Mitch, have fun judging. I will obviously help judge, and Marcy will make sure that I'm able to keep myself groomed between now and then. I think it's going to be an awesome competition. If anyone's interested in sponsoring the competition, we do have a few already. We have Dynamite Plastic sponsoring. We have Hidden Waters, which has their stuff right back here. I also have a jersey being sponsored by Fish Whipped Apparel for the champion. Mitch, what are you rearranging there?
Oh, we got this FX custom rod and a Pissy Fun on a reel that's sitting around 300 bills.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, it's still lighter than I am weight-wise.
Yeah.
Have you decided, are you leaving? Oh, we put her on the spot. Everyone say bye to Marcy, the official draw girl.
Bye.
She's nervous. She's nervous. I'll pay for that later. Have you decided, Mitch, if that will be for the grand prize winner or for...
Are you getting abused right now, Todd?
Yes. Let's leave that alone. For anyone that's a TikTok freak like she has made me, it will understand. There's a song that goes with that.
Well, with that rod, I think we give it away to the winner of the Walleye Series.
Okay, so the winner of week 2 will get the FX custom rod and reel. Thank you, Mitch. That is an amazing donation. If anyone else is interested in donating, please let us know. Again, this is all about the charity. It's 8 o'clock. We should wrap up. Clayton, I really want to thank you for joining the show this week. It's been phenomenal having you on. I wish you good luck in the competition, and we need to get out fishing soon.
Let's do it. I'm always down. Yeah, let's do
Just
it.
not a
Let's do it.
25K hike.
We'll start slow, eh?
Works for me. Mitch,
Okay,
thanks for joining the show. I'm happy to have you on here, man. Thanks for your continued support. And I guess now that I'm the third wheel, don't forget, everyone, we've got the competition for Mitch's show name. So feel free to send me your show names, opportunities, and thoughts. Next week, our co-host, Mr. Mike Robertson. Anyone that doesn't know Mike, you should check out Bow River Blog. He spends a little bit of time on the bow, not a lot. So thanks, everyone, for joining the show this week, and we'll see you next week on our next broadcast of On the Other Line Canada. Have a great week, everybody.
Later, guys.
See you guys later.
Cheers.